These people didn't listen. Anyway, Klepper, let's get going with this. It's a relatively short set, so let's see how this goes. In Ike Sonic, I am hoping to see you be really conservative. Like, the reason being that Sonic, if you press any dumb buttons, Sonic is just going to spin dash you for it or grab you or something. So I'm hoping you don't press a lot of things here. Alright, yeah, good. Oh, there's no sound in the background. Oh, quick, someone in the chat, give me a Smash song to put on, and I'll put it on in the background while this plays, because there's no game sound on here. Quick. I'm expecting Cassie to be all over this. It has sound, but it doesn't have music, is what I'm saying. Yet. Oh, that's Bramble Blast. Well, fuck it, we're having Bramble Blast. Sorry, guys. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. LOL, I'm a crown. Please. Right, sorry, Klepper, I'll get on this in a second. Let's just have that. Alright, yeah, no, you don't ever want to land on stage, bro. That's pretty aggro of you. Nice pivot grab. Don't know what that Sonic was doing, but nice pivot grab. No! No, no, no! Dude, the punishes! Alright, that's straight up, that's already the first thing I'm seeing, dude. Like, that's... Like, I mean, there's being aggro. I mean, like, the thing is... We're gonna go through that again. With Ike, with a character like Ike, who is slow, and doesn't really have many windows of opportunity, if someone gives you a chance, you have to take it. Like, you get put on this platform, you know, that's fair. Like, okay, you missed that punish. Jab him. Jab that, please. And if you can't turn around jab, like out of a buffer, like if you out of a spot dodge or a shield, if you can't turn around jab, please sit in training mode and learn how to do that. It's a light tap and an A. Light tap behind you and A. Well, you do the tap first and then you press A. To do the turnaround jab, you need that with Ike. It's so essential. Like, this character can't function if you can't do that, because you need to be able to turn around and jab immediately. You should have punished that. Hello? Should have punished that. You could have just jabbed that. A key thing for Ike, particularly against characters like this, and if you get against any character actually, is to be ready to jab, to like drop shield and jab immediately to punish. Because it's your fastest out of shield option, and you're gonna spend an awful lot of time shielding things. So please make sure you do that. because frame rate drop is real. The VOD is... Right, Battlefield is clearly not your stage at the moment. Right, I'm gonna... Right, while it's full screen, I'm gonna run you through something real quick. Hello? Right, yeah, so in here, okay? On this, I'm gonna paint them in their respective colour, yeah? Okay, this right here is the green zone. You want to be here pretty much all the time. These right here, these kind of suck. You don't really want to be on the edge of the stage because you have nothing behind you. And these kind of suck as well. Although the platform kind of suck, but I'm actually going to paint those in more of like an orange. You do not want to be on these. If you can find a way of going from like orange to yellow or orange to green, do so. You don't want to stay hopping around on the platforms, not with our character, because Ike is really vulnerable below him. So people can just shark us for free and we can't really do a whole lot. Find ways off these, learn how to work around the platforms. Did you know if you do a short hop down there on a platform and you land on the main stage, it auto cancels? Thought that'd be helpful for you. Right, let's get back to the main screen. It probably does get better, but I just want to... Right, yeah, that was a bad 4 there. Yeah. I'll be honest with you, this Sonic, I'm not particularly impressed with him either. He's pressing a... He's doing a lot of spin dashes for the sake of doing a spin dash. I don't rate these nairs. And all of these nairs he's doing could easily be replaced by up-airs. But against a character like Sonic, if he's not immediately there, don't press a button. Because if he can't come down, if he can't punish it, then don't give him something to punish it, get me? Yeah, obviously, you know that was a bad forward smash, I don't need to tell you. You can't actually... Oh! I was about to say, you can't Eruption Spring. Like, not unless he goes really low. But he decided to do something silly, so you got the punish. Okay, you're still on the platform. There. Okay, there you go, you're down. In neutral for the most part, unless you're gonna throw out an aerial, you don't want to really challenge a Sonic who hasn't committed to anything. Reason being that he can always spin dash, and that will just stuff whatever you do. Well, that was a weird interaction. Oh, I was about to say, don't just get up off the ledge. You really don't use a lot of nairs, man. Do you use C-stick, or do you use attack stick, or tilt stick, or do you use C-stick? Yeah, that was risky. So, when you're getting hit, you're jumping every time. Like, if you watch back on it, just watch back that game on your own time, and every time you get hit away by Sonic, just count how many times you jump afterwards. With Ike, it's really important to keep your double jump for when you really need it. You have tilt stick. Can you do tilt stick nairs by pressing it diagonally? Because that's really important for Ike, in my opinion. Does it want to... Okay, yeah, get to work on that, Klepper, because it's super important. It's like, I learned it during the Brawl days, so at this point it's stuck, it's ingrained in my memory. I actually can't play the game. I actually can't play Ike without it now. Like, I had to change my controller just because I couldn't C-stick there. frame rate on this VOD is something special. But yeah, so you got hit and you jumped. What I would suggest, by the way, for when you do a combo, I have a controller up there somewhere. Oh, God damn it. So I have R set to jump. You can set either shoulder button to jump, but when I do the combo, I'll up through them, and then I would jump with the shoulder button and use the C stick to forward air in the direction I want. It makes it a lot easier to get the stuff properly. Done properly. I'm not a fan of these full hops, if I'm honest. Like, I can see what you're trying to do, but I feel like you can short hop around to keep yourself safer. That was, you know, good. He put himself in a bad position. You did capitalize on it, so well done. Oh, I don't rate that. Is he double jump? Fair enough. You've been doing regular get up. You could claw, but I like having my thumb. I like having my finger work as intended, so. Yeah, see now you've got, the thing is that there, after he hits you up and you double jump, you then have to try and land with your, you then have to try and like land with a, with like no jump, and it's really hard. Yeah. You are full hopping way too much. You really need to like short hop. Listen, Mark, just because you're like 12, shush, yeah. I still want my hands to work when I'm actually old. Okay. See, this movement, I like this movement. This movement is better. That cost you, dude. Wait, is there another game? Is it best of 5? Alright, then. Oh, is it not, or is it just... Oh, it is best of 5. Okay, then. So, I do want to point out that you jumped high and then he hurt you for it. With Ike, as a general rule of thumb, the closer to the ground you are, the better position you're in. It's like a hot-cold. If you're on the ground, you're in good position because you've got access to shield, ultimately. Being off the ground but close to it means that you've got access to landing aerials, which are terrifying. Like, they're actually the most terrifying thing. Like, if you short hop with your back to someone, I guarantee you they're gonna shield, because no one wants to get clapped by that back air. See, there's the jump. Jump again, maybe? Yeah, jumped again. See, I don't want to actually look at what Sonic's doing to punish you. I want to actually just look at what you're doing. Jump first. Yep, jump first. I mean, I know the spring was going to be a problem there, but the fact is that you've gone high every time. Less of that. None of those. Stop doing those, please, sir. I mean, I love forward smash too, but you need to have like a proper setup for it in order to use it. I found a setup recently actually that I've started using it for. It's fucking dank. Yeah, don't you're jumping at, okay, so regardless of who you're against, okay, with Ike, you don't jump at people. There's a couple of reasons for that. First off, it means that you can't space properly, because you're either putting yourself at a terrible range, and you're going to jump into them and be point blank, and then they're just going to punish you, or you're reaching too far because you're too far away, then they can just move out of the way and punish you. You need to kind of like jump sort of in place, like move forward and backwards on the ground, but you need to jump kind of in place to help your spacing. It is really important to hit with the tip of Ike's sword with every move, because otherwise it's unsafe. We don't have anything that's like good on block, fundamentally. So be careful of that. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah. But there's... We're going to go back to it again. Okay, we'll ignore this. Okay, so you landed with that double jump. You know, that's okay. Jumped, back head. That is the big thing for me, from what I've seen. It's these jumps out of a disadvantage. That's hurting you so much. Less of those jumps, man. Like, save your jump. Treat your jump... Your jump is a part of your recovery. It's the most important part of your recovery because it's the only bit that works properly. Ether and Quick Draw are trash. You need to keep those. Like if anything, tell yourself. Like, treat yourself like it's Puff or Yoshi. Like, you don't have an up B or a side B. You have... This is your recovery. Your double jump is your recovery. You can still use the up B if you want to. Or you can still use the side B if you want to. That's part of the mix-up game. But you gotta, like... The mix-up game disappears once you lose your double jump. By jumping in a position like that. See, he clearly got onto it there. Because both times you lost those stocks is because he hit you out of your double jump. So that's the number one thing. Number two, you've got to work on the spacing. Because there was lots of times where you press an attack and he was right on top of you. If they're going to be right on top of you, then you really need to try and not press that button. Or if you do, fade away as you do it. This is why C-Stick Nair is so good, because you can hold away from them and still nair while holding away the whole time. And it helps make it so you build as much space as you can. Yeah, use your resources better, basically. You were giving up advantage state a lot by going for the Hail Mary forward smash. I get it; it's so cool when it lands. But anyone who's, you know, anyone who's like a decent player, like got a head on, you know, got their head in the right place when they're playing, they're gonna be sat there. They're gonna be, you know, they'll get hit by like a nair or a forward smash, and they'll be like, and then I'll see the forward smash coming there, like, okay, well, I'm gonna move away now and then punish the forward smash because it's that laggy. I wouldn't use it outside of like really specific situations. It just kind of comes to when you've got your opponent, it just comes to following their movements better. I feel like, from what I can tell, it looks like you're watching you more than you're watching your opponent. I mean, that's like, I don't know, like, that's just my assumption. But it looks like you know what you're going to do, or you know what you want to do, but you haven't looked at where your opponent is and what the best option is to pick based on where they are. It's gonna sound like it's gonna be peak, but I'm gonna link a VOD of myself versus Ixis from a recent meltdown. This, I was playing alright, so there you go. Have that VOD. I'm not gonna watch this now because it's 20 minutes long, but watch that, because that should give you an idea of roughly how to play. You got to play really, you know, it's not like you got to play dry or like lame. You play calm. You don't panic when you've got stuff and you be like, okay, I'm good to go here. Now, if you've got any more questions for me, mate, ask away. I'm gonna set up the next player while I'm here. If anyone's got any questions, actually, ask away. This guy called Ranger. Copy and paste. This is part of a playlist, isn't it? Oh, it's Midwest Mayhem Pools. Alright. I'm going to be back in just a moment. I need to use the loo. So, Give me just a couple of minutes. I'll put on. Give me